If you've saved your first $1,000 or you're close, this is the step that decides whether that money creates stability or slowly disappears. Most people don't lose progress because of overspending. They lose it because of one missing step that no one really talks about. If you're new here, welcome. This channel is about building financial independence step by step, especially if you're starting later and want stability before investing. I'm in my 40s and I'm sharing what worked for me after paying over $180,000 of debt and taking charge of my finances for financial independence. In my last video, I showed you how to build your first $1,000 cushion. By the end of this video, you'll understand how to protect that $1,000 and why this step is what keeps progress from disappearing faster than $100 at a Sam's Club. Stick around. After you save your first $1,000, nothing really dramatic usually goes wrong. The problem isn't a crisis, it's usually erosion. The money gets touched a little at a time, $80 here, $120 there, because everything is in the same place. Bills, spending, and savings all living together. That same $1,000 ends up paying for timing gaps, underestimated bills, convenience spending that felt harmless in the moment. And because that money leaves in pieces, it never really feels like a setback until the balance is basically close to gone. And because each dip feels small and temporary, the system never really corrects itself. That's why people can save money and still feel unstable. The money exists, but it really isn't protected. After your first $1,000, your job is no longer saving harder. Your job now is to control how your money flows. Money needs lanes, not piles. When everything sits in one place, it becomes easier to borrow from your future without realizing it. So before investing, before growing your emergency fund, we'll put a simple stabilizer structure in place that protects what you've already built. The 3 stabilizers. The first stabilizer is separating purpose. Your money needs to know what it's for before spending it. That means money that's already spoken for, money that supports your daily life, and money that's meant to protect your future. This week, decide where your money lives, not how much. Identify 3 purposes. Money that pays obligations, your fixed expenses, money that you can spend freely, your flex spending, money that protects you, your future you. You're not moving money yet. You're just deciding which money is not allowed to solve daily problems. If you're listening to this and thinking, okay, I get the idea, but I'm really not sure how to set this up, I made a separate video called The 3 Money Pockets That Fixed My Paycheck Problem for Good. That video shows exactly how I organize money so each purpose stays in its lane. The second stabilizer is setting a clear boundary around your $1,000. A boundary decides which problems the $1,000 is allowed to solve. The $1,000 would only move when the alternative would cause missed payments, new debt, or long-term disruption. This prevents the most long-term failure mode, using emergency money to avoid discomfort instead of setbacks. Write one sentence that defines what the $1,000 is for. For example, this money is only for expenses that would otherwise cause missed payments or new debt. Or, if I can cover it with timing or spending changes, this money stays untouched. If an expense doesn't clearly qualify, then it doesn't use the $1,000. That sentence is what keeps the money intact. The third stabilizer is removing daily money decisions through automation. Automation protects your $1,000 by keeping you from needing it in the first place. When bills and spending are predictable, emergencies stop being created by poor timing. Fewer decisions means fewer chances to dip into money that was meant to remain untouched. Pick one reoccurring decision to remove. Choose one bill that surprised you before and decide one rule for it. It could be, if this bill is higher than expected, I adjust spending, not savings. Or, this bill always gets paid from the same place, no matter the amount. Write that rule down and don't renegotiate it month to month. The amount may change, but the decision doesn't. So timing gaps stops pulling from savings. One spending area that always creeps. Put a cap on it. Pick a category where money quietly runs long. Groceries, eating out, Amazon. kid stuff. Set a clear ceiling for the month. Not a perfect number, just a stopping point. When you hit it, spending pauses or shifts. It does not borrow from savings. With this change, overspending no longer spills into other money. So savings doesn't become the cleanup fund. One money task you're just tired of thinking about. Make it automated or scheduled. Identify one thing you constantly check, remember, or move. Decide when it happens. Same day, same way, every time. After that, stop monitoring it unless something breaks. Fewer manual decisions mean fewer timing mistakes, and fewer mistakes means fewer emergencies. You're not automating everything. You're just reducing decision fatigue. This is what prevents the system from creating emergencies that it then has to fix. And if you want help walking through this without overthinking it, I put together a free checklist and it's linked below. At this point, you've put all 3 stabilizers in place. You've separated where your money is allowed to go. You've set clear rules around what your $1,000 is for. And you've removed the daily decisions that quietly cause your money from getting touched. Now that you've seen how to keep your $1,000 cushion, in the next coming videos, we'll be expanding your emergency fund and easing our way into investing. If this was helpful, hit like and subscribe, as that really does help the channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.